Well, how y'all are this afternoon? This your old buddy George Jones over at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on, hey, I got this old used gun. The old used gun I got today is a fairly new gun. I was over at the mayor's house the other day for Christmas, and he had just bought this gun at a big box store up in Lexington. He says, take that gun out and do a video with it. And I'm like, well, okay, give me a chance to do some research on it. So I did. This is the Stoger STR9C. Now, I don't know who actually made this gun, but it's obviously made in Turkey because it's got a 276,862 digit serial number on it. It's about that long. So you see one with a long serial number, chances are it's made in Turkey. And this gun is in fact manufactured in Turkey by, I can't pronounce it, and imported by Stoger Industries USA. Now, Stoger is not a manufacturing concern. Stoger does not make guns. Stoger's been in business since 1924, and as far as I know, the Stoger house has never manufactured a firearm of its own. It's always been in the business of importing firearms from overseas, and has always been in the business of manufacturing, or has always been in the business of having guns manufactured for them to their specification, and importing them into the country and selling them commercially. For many years, the trademark Luger was the property of the Stoger concern, and they had Lugers manufactured, brought into the country that were marked Stoger. The most notable one is the little 22 Stoger Luger that was made back in the 70s that everybody bought and they never worked. That's what they come down to. They weren't no good. Anyway, this is one of the latest derivations of the Stoger import house, the Stoger STR9C. It is a 13-shot 9mm. It has pretty much the standard controls that you expect to see in places you expect to see them on a gun today, or this type. It has Glock-style takedown, Glock-style trigger-actuated safety, Glock-style slide stop and release, and magazine release. It is a striker-fired gun with the standard dust cover arrangement back here on the back. It has 3-dot sights, which are well pronounced, but they're all the same color. I'm not a big fan of that. I like for them to be different colors. One color back here on the back and a different color on the front. That way you don't wind up accidentally under stress lining it up front sight, rear sight, or rear sight, front sight. You know, you wind up getting the colors lined up. They do look like the kind of sights that glow in the dark. At least the front one does. They typically have a little insert in there that glows, and this has some kind of little insert in there. Without my magnifying glass, I can't really tell, but it, I don't know. We'll try it on that far sometime, see how it works. Other than that, it's very much like a compact Glock. I'm just tell you the truth. It has very pronounced reverse stippling on the back strap, which is little squares, little pyramid-shaped squares, which is a little bit, I don't know, we'll see how the recoiler interacts with it. Cat tongue stippling on the side panels and on the front strap. It doesn't look like it has a changeable back strap, but, we're going to go with it. We're going to target up down here at 7 yards, and we're going to fire this gun up and see how it actually shootifies, how it firetates. All right, got a standard, it's not a police silhouette, it's a defensive training silhouette. Bring her back here and see how she shoots and cycles, see what the trigger feels like. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can ease one off here. It's a little bit on the snappy side. Okay. Reset's not too bad. go down there and see what her tactical accuracy looks like. See how she actually shoots. Oh, Lordy. Come on, you guys can go with me. This boy shoots pretty good. Oh, I got one little flyer there and a pretty nice little group here in the 9 going to 10 circle. Overall, that's not a bad little shooter right there. Recoil is a little snappy, and what you would expect to find on a, what I call a 7-yard gun or a 2-finger gun. It does have a finger rest on the magazine that allows you a little bit more recoil control. You know, the magazine does have a finger rest on it, so it's not too bad, but it is a little snappy in the recoil department, but it's okay. It's manageable. You can shoot this gun pretty easily. It's effective at a defensive range. Overall, not a bad gun. Got some Picatinny up here on it, more than what you normally find on a gun this size. I think the Glock this size has 1 cut of Picatinny, and this one has 3. It also, I just noticed it has a steel guide rod, which is another positive thing. That gives to the longevity of the gun right there. That steel guide rod instead of a plastic one. Thumb shut pretty easy. Overall, not too bad a gun, and it's got a pretty good reset. Loaded round indicator up here on top, which is something I noticed when I loaded it. Let's see, how does it actually feel? Reset's fairly short. Comfortable trigger. I would give it at about 4 pounds. Yeah. Overall, the little STR9, it's a pretty good gun. I don't know where these sell, but this gun belongs to the mayor here in Bergen, and he's tighter than bark on a tree, so it's probably not very expensive, just to tell you the truth. All right, then. That's about the size of it for the little Stoger import. Like to take, share, pie, commentate, and subscribe. Leave me a $1 in the Patreon bucket if you want to, and if you don't, I keep right on making content for you. God bless everyone. Happy holidays, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye now.